anything. Hindi naman po ako ang nagdemanda. So, sa palagay ko, if we sit down, we haven't sit down eh. Parang after the demanda and all, it's been 1 year na eh. Parang 1 year na. So, I'm just, trying to surf it. Walang ganyan. Wala po akong naiisip na ganyan.
What if, for instance, yun ang maganda niyan, settlement? And that particular dialogue could be one of the conditions.
Like what I've said po, if magkakaganyan man, parang I really want to show the nation the film. So, I don't want to edit anything. I don't want to, just because I feel the inconvenience, na abala ko and all. Ayoko po na I'm only 39 and sooner or later, pag nag-look back ako tapos meron ako mga bagay na hindi ko pinanindigan, I don't want to grow old with regrets. So, I just want to fight for the film. That's it.
Was there ever a time during the court hearings na you chance na find Pixel?
Yeah, I've seen Sir Vic and Miss Pauline. Parang Miss Pauline twice, Sir
How
Vic
was the
twice.
encounter there?
We don't talk. We don't talk. Parang it's inevitable not to see each other. Pero pag nandoon naman po kami, tamang court proceedings lang. Wala pong encounter. Wala pong malapit or any.
What brings you back, Direk ka? Nagpo-promo ka na ulit? Nakita ko
Yun
yung
nga,
post mo.
yun nga. Well, Boss Vic kasi is, I can say no to Boss because number one, he's the boss. Number two, just like what I've said, meron akong legal battle and sa kabila nun, he's still giving me this opportunity to create the things that I love. Yun nga lang, Boss Vic to me is very parental. Very, di ka nakinig sa akin nung una. Siguro naman ngayon, makikinig ka na. Ganyan.
May sisi.
Yeah, may ganon na very, very light. No? So, ang sabi ko kay Boss, sige po, sabi niya, it was actually Boss Enzo, the grandson of Boss Vic, who convinced me to write about Ngongo. It's part of Ang Babaeng Walang Pakiramdam and they said, parang maganda after so much politics and controversies, balik ka sa formula mo. Yun lang yung sabi nila. Maybe to breathe fresh air and to give the public another taste of the Daryl Yap formula na hindi mo kailangang mambuisit o pero parang may nabubuisit pa rin eh. So hindi ko yun po. I just the reason why I'm back is because of the trust and the confidence of my mother's studio and it's aside from my responsibility, it's also the craft I love. So
No politics or political undertone.
wala. Zero.
Nahirapan ka ba? Kasi grabe yung feisty ka sa internet.
No naman, I can compartmentalize naman my life eh. If you're close to me, you know that I'm not so noisy in person. Hindi po ako madaldal eh. I mean, sa friends, hindi rin ako maingay. So, sa social media yon, parang troll lang ako eh. So, ang ano ko po, with the love mo, walang bahid ng politika, walang kahit ano. I mean, just making movies again, siguro to wash politics also. Sometimes I get exhausted. And of course, the controversy of Pepsi. So I'm just trying to regain and go back to my formula.
Pero direct yung pelikula mo kasi syempre, di ba marami pa rin PWDs
Yes.
na magre-react na sa movie mo.
Well, this is for them.
Ano ba kayo? Nag-reach out for the... Sa mga
meron po kaming communication with the people. I'm not akin lang sa sa name ng organization. But Tita June is actually in constant communication with them. Plus my cast. Yun naman yung cast ko naman po is real life, may cleft palate. So ang ano ko po is I tried my best to be sensitive. I tried. I have to give it to myself. Sinubukan ko na maging sensitive this time, to be responsible. I tried really.
Nagtagumpay ka.
may mga moments na nagtagumpay ako, may mga moments din na as much as I want to be very sensitive, I don't want to be overly woke. Ayoko naman po na ako laking 90s ako 90s comedy. So nanonood ako ng Palibhasa Lalaki, Home Along the Riles, abangan ng susunod na kabanata, Kaya ni Mr. Kaya ni Mrs. Those were the days na hindi pa woke lahat. You can even okay ka ferry ko, pwede mong laitin si Bale, si Ruby, di ba? Pero ngayon, people are ultra sensitive and I'm not saying it's wrong, but I'm trying to cater to them. Iniisip ko pa din na kahit papaano makabawas, pero I have to be very honest to my craft. And kung ano yung nakikita ko sa lansangan, kung ano yung pinag-uusapan, dun lang po ako. Pero in full confidence, I can say I try to be very sensitive.
May mga artist ka na yung may Clepalis.
Yes po, yes.
Ano reaction nila dyan?
When they read the script, they cried. I mean, my formula really is to make people laugh in the beginning, in the middle, tapos then you leave them with a lesson. So, sila read script pa lang. Dalawa po kasi yan si Jack at saka si Tata. Pareha silang, ngongo sa atin. So, when they read the script, they were laughing sa umpisa. Pero yung part na yung confrontation na ni Malupiton at saka ni Gerald, tsaka yung heart-to-heart talk ni Direk Gina at saka ni Gerald, they can relate. This is actually for them. No? I don't see it na parang they're being exploited or treating them as a joke. This is primarily an avenue for people with this condition to be heard and to be understood. I think this is a good opportunity, not only for filmmakers like me to make them a subject, but also for them to be heard by the society kung anong pinagdadaanan nila at anong pinanggagalingan nila.
How was it working with us?
With Gerald, this is my fifth yata with Gerald. So with people naman with cleft palate, okay, first time, and they're very funny, no? And we discussed din kung ano yung ayaw nila at gusto nila. They're very game. So sa palagay ko, ang masasabi ko na lang po, yung film wala naman siyang joke about the condition. Hindi ko biniro. Yeah, it's all situational, and Gerald really is, a gem, and ang galing niya. So, yeah. Kudos also to our prosthetics team. Talagang mahusay din. So, they gave the script justice. It's very nakakatawa but very nakakayak din.
Si Gerald, meron bang workshop for that? Pagiging,
Gerald, yeah, I think, ma'am, if you are very fluent in Tagalog, Filipino, or articulate kasi siya. Sa palagay ko po, ang makakakaya lang ng gano'n, yung manggaya ng gano'n is articulate people. Kapag mabilis ka magsalita, ang galing niya Gerald's really an actor, and sobrang galing. Walang workshop.
Kung nag-usap kayo ni Gerald about niya dito sa movie and yung role niya, paano niya tinanggap yun? Or
Before pandemic, ang babaeng walang pakiramdam was 2020 or 2020. 2021 pinalabas, we shot it 2020 habang pasubside po yung pandemic. And when they watched it, it was the first most viewed in Viva Max. That time wala pang bold wala pang hubad-hubad sa Viva Max Yun doon po namin pinalabas. It's the most viewed, nakakuha ng mga around 300k additional subscribers. So doon pa lang po, sinabihan na ako ng mga boss na baka mag-spin-off ka ng Ngongo. Sabi ko po, noong 2021 game, nung hindi po natuloy, 2022, sabi ko game. Pero 2023, 2024, sinabi ko na po sa mga boss ko na it will be very difficult since yung wokeness ay nandito na. Sabi ko, I mean, okay akong gawin kasi sanay ako, kayo ba? Sabi ko sa Viva, kayo ba okay sa inyo? Kasi ako, okay akong gawin. Tapos po yun, sinulat ko na po siya. Nung pagkasulat ko, they approved it. Then, right then and there, nag-set na po ako ng shoot. Nakapag-shoot kami agad. So, shot it for a number of days. And then, after, tawa naman sila ng tawa, biyak naman sila. So, ayun po, the rest is
basically,
history.
yung story.
Well, the story is about the life of Ngongo. And paano siya, it's love ngo, it's like a love letter to himself na paano siya magmahal, kung minamahal ba siya ng mga tao sa paligid niya, kung paano siya ma-in love and something like that. So basically, it's a love letter to Ngo himself.
Buti rin, kahit na napakaiba ng political views ko ni Gerald, you never lost touch.
We never lost. We did. We did. Way back Gerald was campaigning for Lenny during that time. I was campaigning for Sara. Parang we took a break. We took a break.
Kaya hindi na
Paano
straight.
nag-rekindle?
After lang ng elections. After elections, nag-chat. Di ko na alam kung sino. Basta, I think, yun yung healthy. Kesa masaktan namin yung isa't isa, we don't discuss. Pero mas emotional si Kim eh. Mas emotional si Kim kesa kay Gerald. Si Kim ang mas affected politically. But when you're talking about Gerald, hindi eh. Parang paano ba yun? Mas nakikita kami ni Gerald ng mata sa mata. Parang ganon. Na before naman we did Soulmate with Kim and Gerald. So doon kami nag-iyakan eh. Doon kami na-connect ulit. Na yung mga tampuhan, yung mga tampo nila sa akin, wala naman akong tampo sa kanila eh. Kasi sira ulo din ako sa internet kaya parang na-hurt din sila. So masaya din ako and in fairness to them, kahit di kami nag-uusap noon, sa circle nila, pinagtatanggol nila ako eh. And that I appreciate. And I just hope na it will never happen again. I'm also learning from experience. I'm also growing up. I'm more cautious now when it comes to, voicing out my opinions in the presence of my friends. So, palagay ko, I'm learning.
Actually, direct na kasi kayo yung political climate ngayon. I remember you just posted na wala yung Facebook mo for 21 days.
Yeah.
And then, right now, kaya nag-post ka tungkol kay Franco Mabanta.
Yeah.
Diba?
Yeah.
It's different right now.
It is. It's chaotic. And, yun lang. I mean, everybody knows kung saan naman ako nakatayo. I know kung saan nakatayo yung mga kaibigan ko. We respect each other's spaces. We respect each other's convictions. We just have to remind ourselves kung sino kami pag magkakasama kami. I don't think that's gonna be a problem.
So how are you protecting yourself? Kasi sabi mo nga parang you feel like you're in a learning curve right now with everything that's happening. So mas magiging maingat ka ba sa mga posts?
I listen more. What lacked nung mga nakaraang panahon is when people really want something from you. I'm a very generous person eh. Kapag gusto nila ng opinion, gusto nila ng masasabi, I always give it and then realize at some point, especially when the Pepsi fiasco nagkaroon, I get to examine my environment, I get to examine my showbiz friends, my political friends. So it's really a learning experience to me. I woke up with so many realizations politically and personally. Of course, my moral compass also was redirected. So yun lang. I'm more cautious now. I listen a lot. That's it. I listen and listen and listen.
So after this, may follow up movie ka pa? Showbiz.
Yes, there is a movie. I talked to Viva and I said I don't want to do anything politically. I don't want to do anything politically just yet, though there are many offers of doing some biopics and stuff like that. Parang hindi naman, parang isang demanda lang at a time. Parang gano'n ang iniisip ko. Parang isang demanda lang muna.
Nakadahilan, kaya ayaw na ng political other...
Yeah, it's exhausting, ma'am. I find it very tiring. Plus napapabayaan ko yung iba kong commitments. Like sa showbiz, I have a contract with Viva at nagiging mabait lang sila sa akin. Pinapayagan nila akong mag one movie a year lang kahit hindi naman yun ang kontrata ko. So, I guess I have to re-examine myself also. I was I'm a social media content creator way back 2018. They gave me a break. And Boss Vic never ceased to remind me na pinagkatiwalaan ka namin, you should deliver. Nung nagsisimula ka pa lang, sabi mo, hindi ka mapapagod sa ganito. So, may sumbatan portion. Pero,
Slide.
may ganon. And I don't think naman na they will make me pahamak. And honestly, though it's part of the case, it was Boss Vic who made Pigel the Pepsi to me. Parang mga 3 times niya akong pinagsabihan and all. But you know, the rascal in me really nanalo eh. So ang sabi niya na lang sa akin, oh, this time you listen and so yun, I'm very excited to do my first horror after this. I want to do. Nag-iisip pa po eh. I'm doing a cultural horror eh. Of course, magagalit na naman yung part ng culture na yon, pero I'm trying my best to be accurate research and para din po maging at sometime magkaroon ako ng mas maraming kakampi kaysa kaaway. Parang yun ang new, parang yun ang bago sa akin kung mangyayari.
Direct sa job ba yun na kapag gumagawa ka ng movie,